You and Walter seem to be getting awfully close, Evie. I'm curious, though. What has he told you about us? Ow! Let me see.
Do you have a favorite Dracula movie besides the Invitation, obviously?
Obviously.
Obviously.
For a Vampire.
With a vampire, yeah. That's a great vampire movie.
Yeah, we definitely.
Okay. That's not a Dracula movie, though.
I have to shout out Bram Stoker's Dracula, Francis Ford Coppola. I mean, come on. It was just like such a like fun, like theatrical, like gothic, like, you know, all these these actors that we have now grown to love in so many ways, like young, starting out, like just.
Yeah, some great brides in that one too. I think Monica Bellucci was one of the brides in that movie. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
There's quite a good BBC series called Dracula. Did you watch that?
I didn't actually.
It's quite good.
The three-parter. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Dracula in that one.
Did you? I mean, was it hard to kind of like not kind of give homage to some of these other performances in your performance?
No, not really. Not really. No. I mean, I think it's obviously you take aspects, you borrow things, 100%. But I'm just different than all the other Draculas that I've seen physically and vocally. So I didn't want to like pretend to be. I don't want to pretend to be a vampire because I am one. No, I didn't want to like pretend to be someone else's. You know, I think it was important to really just kind of feel it within myself and then see what came up.
Right. Well, for both of you, like, what were you sort of excited about injecting into the vampire genre with The Invitation?
Yeah, I think the sort of context of the film is often told not from the victims or the people who are harmed by it. Like, it's often not told through that point of view, and I just love this idea of kind of inverting the like victim narrative, where it's like, oh, actually I'm gonna fight back. And yeah, I enjoyed that very much. And when you think about how it's such an old story, it's such an old kind of like, there's so many different takes on it, and it's very traditional in some of its views, especially when it comes to women. And so when you place that in a like modern context where you've got a very modern woman kind of interacting with some of these archaic ideas and traditions and sort of being defiant or fighting back from them, I think it is automatically like really an interesting dynamic.
And it's not outlandish either to take these archaic ideas because they still exist.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like
we're still fighting
suspended
them now.
reality. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Natalie, any tips for people who are British actors? A lot of Americans get to do really bad British accents, like I'm sure I could probably do. But you know, is there any secret to doing a great American accent? Because you really do a great American accent in this movie.
I've found it easier to stay in accent all day. I know people who do it for the whole period, even when of the shoot, even when they're not on set. And because the sort of switching in and out can just lead to like silly mistakes or like obvious mistakes, because of where the accent is placed in your mouth and in a muscular sense and in your throat, and like it's all just sits in a different place and so switching between the two can be quite tough for some people, which is me. And so I found it, once I'd done my warm-up in the morning, I had a very specific warm-up, and then I would stay in accent until they literally called cut at the end of the day. And then I'd go back to my accommodation and I'd chat to my family and be myself. But if you called me in any time between, I don't know, like very early in the morning and about 7, 8 o'clock, I was American. So
it tripped me out so much. Because she'd be American all day. And then they'd be like, cut. And she'd be like, all right, darling, I'll see you later. And I was like, every single time it took me a good few minutes.
Yeah, well, it for me, it's like consistency and practice. And, you know, and it's something that,
Toothbrush.
My toothbrush tree?
Yeah.
What did I say about that?
Did I get a toothbrush?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Toothbrush tree. Making this way worse.
Are you making it worse? I have no idea
Wow.
what's happening. But
An electric toothbrush button.
okay, just,
No?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that
Considering-
obviously it's something. I don't even know what to say.